folks, Tristan back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what are some of my favorite headphones that I've ever owned and why. It's a question that I have gotten on a couple of different occasions in my different headphone review videos, saying, hey, Tristan, you've owned several headphones or you've owned many headphones over your life, and what have been some of your favorite ones and why? Um, for a listing of all the headphones that I've ever owned, I actually did a video on that, so check the top right here for that. I'm recording this video late at night, like 2:30 in the morning, so that's why it looks so weird. I've got some artificial lighting here, but it's not ideal lighting. But I think it's more about the content than about how the video looks. So, um, and I also think that it's good to do a video kind of like when you're inspired to do one, and I'm sort of inspired to do this video right now in the middle of the night, so I figured why not record one. So let me start from the early days. One of my favorite headphones that actually kind of got me into the hobby is the Sony MDR 7506s, which I had when I was in college or shortly thereafter, after college, when I was actually working in the professional audio world. I was working as a audio production intern for a live theater company, a live theater, and those were headphones that a lot of the people that I saw use for monitoring. And They're just good headphones. They're very sort of reference quality and neutral. And also they kind of fold up and, are pretty convenient to use. So a lot of people like in recording studios use those headphones. And I think even to date, probably a lot of people do use those for monitoring purposes. Also field recording, they're popular to use for field recording as well. And they're only like, they're not very expensive. They're like under $200 or something like that. Um, So those are pretty good headphones. The thing I didn't like about them is the ear pads after a year or so would kind of deteriorate and start crumbling and stuff. You could replace them, and from Sony you could buy like replacement ear pads, but the vinyl on them would just kind of crumble and stuff like that. So I didn't really like that aspect of them. But that's what kind of got me into the hobby. And those were the first sort of good pair of headphones that I had ever owned. Prior to that, I certainly had other headphones and things like that. But in my opinion, those were the first sort of good headphones, or ones that would even come close to being audiophile quality that I ever owned. And then I think the way that it should work is that your favorite headphones should be the ones that you own currently, like right now, because it's like a progression and evolution to get to that stage. As time goes on, better headphones come out. Your hearing gets more in tune to like what your kind of listening preferences are, and you kind of become more tuned into headphones that you like. But that being said, about a decade ago, I had the Denon D7000 headphones. Those were some of my favorite headphones at the time as well, and I had those for several years, and those were my main headphones for several years, and I really liked the way that those sounded quite a bit. Those are really nice headphones, but by today's standard, they're a little bit outdated and sound maybe a little bit flat and a little bit kind of a mid-range, not as mid-rangey as I would like by today's standards. So they have a little bit of a mid-range frequency hole, in my opinion. But those were really nice headphones. And the cool thing about those is when they were discontinued, they were very popular. I don't know why Denon actually discontinued them. But anyway, I actually sold those for more than I paid for them, which was kind of cool. So yeah, as I mentioned, I think the best headphones are going to be the ones that you own now, because the ones that you own now, you own for a reason. And like I said, it's been a kind of a progression of trial and error, trying different headphones for different, certain ones have been really nice in terms of the way they sound. Like I've mentioned, the Audeze LCD3s are probably the headphones that I really like and have been my favorite in terms of the way they sound. However, ergonomically, they've been one of the worst because they're so heavy and big. I can only wear them for like about an hour before they start like hurting my ears and my head and stuff like that, and straining my neck because they're so heavy. In terms of the sound, those are probably one of the headphones that have been my favorite. But two of the headphones I currently own are actually, I can honestly say, my favorite. And those would be the Sony MDR Z1Rs, which you have seen reviewed in my channel before. I'll post a link up here. And then also the AudioQuest Nighthawk headphones for the price are actually killer headphones. I reviewed those as well, so check that as well up there in my channel. And as I've mentioned before, my hearing preferences really lean towards having kind of a smooth kind of sound signature, and not a sound signature that's really bright or something that throws the treble into your ears, because I do have some treble sensitivity and minor tinnitus in one ear as well. So I prefer sort of smooth, laid back headphones, but still ones that are resolving. And I think both of those headphones fit the bill quite nicely. With the edge being slightly to this, in my opinion, Sony MDR Z1Rs in terms of being a little bit more engaging and resolving. And I've actually did a comparison video of those two headphones, the Sony MDR Z1Rs and the AudioQuest Nighthawks. So if you haven't seen that on my channel, check that. I'll post that up here as well if I can. Um, so check that video to kind of get a comparison of the sound quality between those two headphones and like the different sound signatures. But I have to say those are probably my two favorite headphones actually, to date. So the Sony MDR Z1Rs and the AudioQuest Nighthawks. So again, the listing of my favorite 4 or 5 headphones of all time so far to date are the Sony MDR 7506s, the Denon D7000s, the Audi LCD3s, the AudioQuest Nighthawks, and the Sony MDR Z1Rs. So thanks for watching. This has been my listing of my top few favorite headphones of all time. My question for you is, what are your top few favorite headphones of all time? Go ahead and post a comment. I'd be interested in hearing comment. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.